Welcome to the Girlfriend Hour with Dr. Grayson. Tonight we'll have the third part of our series, Friends. The first week we talked about best friends and the status of friends, the years and history of having friends, and friends who come and friends who go, and how to build friends and create friends, how long it takes, things like that. Last week we talked about, oh, friends, how many of us have them? And how you handle challenges with your friends. We talked about those things. And so this week, I want to talk about how to get friends, how to spend time with friends, making new friends. You can have friends that are your travel buddies. You can have friends that are a part of a club that you're a part of. But I want to talk about how to get these friends, because some people are not a part of clubs. Some people are true introverts and they like to spend time by themselves, but they would like to have someone that they talk to. Some people are the type of people that they go out and they just don't meet anybody. And so, are you approachable? That would be one of my questions. Are you closed off and making people feel like you don't want to be bothered? Are you smiling and attracting people? Normally, if you you give a smile, they'll say, "Hi, how you doing?" So it's about opening yourself up. So one of the things that one of the questions that I got from last week, they talked about the fact that you can be out and you can be having a great time, but you don't seem to attract other people to you. And like I just said, you can smile. However, they don't seem to feel like no one notices them. And so, in that case, I would say open up the conversation. Someone comes and sit next to you, open up the conversation. Go to the bar, and if you're at a restaurant, you may not drink or anything like that, but when you're sitting in a chair or at a table and you're by yourself, it kind of seems like you don't want to be bothered. And a lot of people, they'll sit at a table by themselves, but when they're sitting at a table by themselves, they'll have a book or they're on their phone, and they could be talking to somebody, or they could be actually just doodling on their phone. And I say, why don't you consider opening yourself up? Go up to the bar, greet the bartender. You don't necessarily have to have a drink. You can ask them for a non-alcoholic drink. You can also order your food there. Normally somebody will come down and sit next to you. You can carry conversation with the bartender, and you can also open yourself up to the people that are around you. Yeah, okay, you might say easier said than done, right? Okay, so if you feel like easier said than done, try it. Just try it once. Just go speak to the bartender. You're going to have to push yourself. You really are. Another friend of mine, she spoke of how she lives in a city. She moved to another state and she lives in a city where she doesn't know anybody. And she does not have, well, she knows people, don't get me wrong, let me correct myself, she knows people. However, she doesn't have people that she want to be around consistently. These are maybe work buddies, or they may be people that are in the professional arena, but it's not somebody that she wants to say, okay, let me open up and give you my heart-to-heart conversation with. And that's one thing that you kind of want to have when you have friends, right? So I told her, well, pick up some hobbies. What are some things that you like to do? I was like, do you like to roller skate? She was like, nah. I was like, do you like yoga? She was like, yeah, I do. I said, well, join a yoga studio. And she was like, but I'm really looking for a certain aesthetic. in a yoga studio. And I was like, well, what are you looking for? She was like, well, I kind of want people that look like me. And I also want to be able to go on retreats with people that look like me. And I said, okay, well, how about this? Google or go on Facebook and look up groups that would have people that look like you that's doing the same things that you're doing. And she was like, okay. So we went through Facebook and I found a few places, but that opened her up to an arena of that she never thought possible. It opened her up to a group of people that look like her, a group of people that's doing some of the same things that she liked to do. And I said, from there, they will be able to help you too and introduce you to other people. She wanted to do like sound bowls. She also wanted to be able to go on a spiritual retreat. And I told her, well, if you're doing yoga and you're finding people that look like you doing yoga, you can also tell them this is something that I else that I would like to do. And she was like, you know what? Thank you so much. And it was just something I thought was so simple. But remember, just because you think it's so simple or it's so easy to find doesn't always mean somebody else is. We have a lot of groups, social media, we have a lot of platforms, and it can begin to be jumbled up and make it a little difficult because there's so many places that you can go to find things that it's like going through the yellow pages or the encyclopedia, or it's like I don't know exactly where to go, or I'm not sure they'll have this that I'm looking for. So that's another way to help you. When you are looking for a good girlfriend, it takes time. Nothing happens overnight. So I want you to remember that. Good girlfriends come with trials and tribulations. Good girlfriends come with long talks. As I mentioned before, that I have some great girlfriends, but we don't talk every day. But when we do talk, it's like we never skipped a beat. It's okay, this is what's happening. And the great thing about social media is I'm able to see some of the great things they have going on in their life and just being able to comment on them, and vice versa. Now, I will also open up and say I'm not really one that posts a lot of my personal life on social media. So not doing that, people who are close to me, they know what's going on in my life, right? But those people who I have not talked in a long time, that's an update for them. It's like, oh, okay, so this is going on. You know, oh, so and so is having this. Oh, I would love to come, or I'm coming into town because I'm from Chicago. So I'm coming into town, and they'll be like, oh, well, when you come, let's do lunch. Let's do breakfast. Let's meet up. We have to spend some time together. So I want you all to know that it's the matter of time and energy that you have to put in order for you to get those relationships to develop. I've had girlfriends where we hang out all the time. That those are the ones that I be like, okay, I want to go out to eat, or we need some girlfriend time, right? So if I have those girlfriends that I go out to eat with and need girlfriend times, they replenish me. But we don't have to talk every day, but they're close enough where I could go and knock on their door, they can come knock on my door, and it's like, okay, I needed to see your face. I have this one girlfriend, because I no longer live in Chicago. She calls me every day just to check on me, to see how I'm doing. We don't have to have a long conversation, but she checks on me every day to see how I'm doing. And that's what I mean, where it takes patience, it takes time. You have to develop those things. Have me and these girlfriends had some troubles or some trials? Yes, we have. But in the midst of us having these troubles and trials, we are learning each other and how we handle situations. How you thought somebody would handle a situation different, but they I mean, what you would expect them to, how they would handle it, but they didn't. They handled it totally the total opposite of how you would expected it. So I say, with time, once again, comes great relationships. You have to decide whether you want to have this great relationship with that person or if you want to just keep them in the background. And keeping them in the background does not develop great relationships. I'm just going to let you know that that's the truth. And another thing that I want you all to understand is opening up, really giving your heart. Quit working out of fear, fear of someone destroying your heart or destroying or telling your business. You know, if you're telling your business, somebody could be receiving it and it's actually helping them or helping them understand something. Or it could be that it's not just helping them, but they're able to share it with someone else. They don't necessarily have to tell your name or say, this was a conversation that I had with one of my good girlfriends. I have one girlfriend who should be like a friend of mine, or should be like someone I know was going through this. And so she never says their name or anything like that, which keeps that person in full disclosure, right? So, you know, no one knows who you're talking about. But I want you to know that you are helping someone else when you tell your story. I mentioned last week that I had an experience in my life that I told my girlfriends about, and you know, it opened them up to understand another part of me. And also find out that I held something for so long that let them feel like I trust them. I trust them with my life. I feel really comfortable with them. And so I want you to know that sometimes when you are giving out your information, your personal information, that is to help someone. I think a lot of the times we operate out of fear. As I mentioned before, you'll think they're judging you in situations like that. But are they really judging you? Or should you even have to worry about if they're judging you? I don't want you to worry about if they're judging you. Who cares? Who cares? Because nobody can hurt you. And I can tell you, when I've let out situations in my personal life and let everybody know, nobody can come back and say anything to make me feel bad. Nobody can come back and say anything like, oh, I heard this about you. Yeah, a whole bunch of people know this about me. So what? And, you know, can I help you? Maybe I have some advice or some knowledge that can help you. So I just want you all to know that it's okay. It's okay to be free. And that's what fear places in our heart, not to be free, to be all bogged up and holding things in. A lot of people will allow that to just hurt them, and it'll hurt them internally. I think that it gives them that feeling of, I don't like people, or I can't tell people my business. All that is in your head. It really is. It's all in your head. It's in your heart. Let people know. Who cares? You know, you're helping someone. You really are. You are helping someone. Either you're helping, like I said, the person that you were talking to, or you could be helping thousands of people. Exposing things on social media. I've seen a lot of people expose things on social media, and it touched people's hearts. So what's wrong with that? What's wrong with helping people? I want you to look at it that way, that I'm helping people, not that I'm telling my business that somebody else is going to bring back at me and judge me and hurt me. No, I'm helping people. So I want you to think about that. Also, with looking at building friendships and new friends, look at the opportunities. They might be able to help you seek a job that you're interested in. I mentioned before, it's like networking, you know. They might be able to help you get the job that you want. They might even be able to help you with the knowledge that the job is requiring of you. You know, may have some insight on that. So what's not to want to have a friendship that can help you grow, right? All these relationships should help you grow. Even I'll even admit, even some bad experiences help you grow. So I enjoy the opportunity later on that I had this experience, because at the time I didn't recognize it, that it was going to help me grow. But later on, I was like, oh, I learned something. I learned something about myself. I learned something about the people that I have in my surroundings. But there's nothing wrong with it. It's nothing wrong with it. These people, like I said, it takes time, it takes energy, it takes commitment, it takes dedication, it takes opening up and pouring yourself out and allowing people to love you and know you. Because normally, if I know something about you, it comforts me. It allows me to know, okay, this is how I should handle this person. It also teaches me, when they are having moments in their life, how to respond, how to look at them as a good person, even when they're showing certain signs within themselves, even how to talk to them. So spend your time going out, having dinner, going to the bar, ordering, or going to a place where you can meet new people, yoga, find all the things that you like to do and try them. Try them. If you like skating, go join the skating club. You know, you'll meet a whole bunch of people there. Take some classes. If you like yoga, take some classes. You know, if you like running, they have a lot of run networks, and like they have the Black Run Club and things like that. Join them, you know, meet people. Don't just go running and act like you got your headphones on and you don't want to talk to people. Talk. Make relationships with people, because they are such great opportunities with meeting new people. I want to say, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, because when you subscribe, then you know every time I put out a new video, because you're going to also hit that notification button. And also leave me a comment. Let me know how you feel, how you're enjoying this series on Friends. I thank you for joining me with the Girlfriend Hour. This is such a great opportunity. I enjoy just giving you some knowledge and the opportunity to speak to me and giving me some advice and some tips on how to grow and build new friends, because you're helping me as well. You know, I'm not just giving out this information, but you're helping me as well. So I just wanted to let you know, thank you. You all have a good night. Love you, and see you next Monday. Bye.